Hello and welcome to episode 581 of the Daily Sales Message Podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. Now, in today's episode, we're talking about the team effect, where we're getting your buyers to take a side, to take a team, and we use that as a way of getting them to interact and getting them to talk about your brand. So this was inspired by a visit to Sainsbury's in my rock and roll lifestyle, where Betty Crocker, the well-known baking and ingredient company, Betty Crocker, they had an advertisement, one of the aisles, where it said, "Are you team brownie or team cookie?" And then there was a QR code, and they're encouraging you to post on social media to say if you're team brownie or team cookie. Now, both those things are products they sell, cookie mix and brownie mix, so they're not driving you away from their brand, but they're trying to get you to take one side or the other. It's a means of connecting with you as a buyer. So this is something to use in your advertisements or in your social media content. But can you pick two different, or ideally two opposing things within your offering, like brownies and cookies, and then encourage your buyers, your potential buyers, to communicate their preference? And ideally, we'd want you to send in photos of the cookies you've made or the brownies you've made or whatever. But it's creating some division, creating a conversation around two of the products that you offer, two of the services that you offer, but without directly saying you should buy some cookie mix, you should buy some brownie mix. But we're kind of talking about it now, so you probably will. So the team effect is all about creating division between your buyers, getting them to choose between one thing or the other, and to express that view, whether it's on social media, whether it's through a QR code, but it's about connecting with your audience through their preference, through demonizing, for want of a better term, or vilifying one thing over another. Is very similar to something called the common enemy effect that we work with here at Clear Sales Message, where we would have a common enemy for your buyer. So if your buyer is very much environmentally minded, the common enemy might be those big bad nasty oil companies or whatever, but we have a common enemy that unites us with the buyer. So it's similar to that, but here we're dividing your offering up into two camps, either your team brownie or your team cookie or whatever the teams happen to be, and that drives connection and engagement from your audience. Right, that's it for this episode of the podcast. In tomorrow's episode, as I check my notes, thinking about brownies and cookies now, setting the right tone for sales calls. That's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. The right tone for a sales call, how you should approach it, how you should be, for want of a better term. I'll explain to you how I do that, how I approach a sales call, and the tone that I set for that in tomorrow's episode. In the meantime, if you haven't already, please hit the like or subscribe or share button, comment below wherever you're watching or listening to the podcast. It just helps us to reach more people. Thank you for your time and attention. I'll catch you tomorrow for another fast talking but less cookie and brownie based edition of the Daily Sales Message.